hello. Okay, make sure everything's good. Hello, everyone. My name is Coach Justin Harris. I'm a coach at Team Wilpers, and you'll be seeing my face for the next 8 weeks as we do the Summer Run Challenge 2025. So I just want to get into a couple things and how we're going to roll through everything. So like where to find us, the vision of the plan, the themes and everything like that. The structure that we're going to take here, which is not too dissimilar from the other challenges that we've done, and then kind of a couple closing notes. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So a little bit about me, if this is your first time here with me. My name is Justin, again. I've been coaching since, like 2007. I was a high school national champ and one of the top runners in New York State. I was a Division I runner. I specialized in the 3K steeplechase and 5K. And I competed in triathlon for a while, raced as a professional. Yeah, that was a fun experience. Wasn't at the tippy top, but really learned how to push for things and what not to do. Afterwards, I went to school to be a teacher. I coached high school, college for about 15 years. I worked with U.S. Bobsled and Skeleton, coaching athletes in the summer, getting ready for the games. And I've done some work with USA Luge. But here you find me now, working with adult clients in endurance events, running, cycling, triathlon, pretty much you name it. And I'm working with someone in that domain. So, all right. So where to find us? So you found us getting here, but how this whole challenge is going to work. So you're going to follow us on Team Wilpers on Facebook and Team Wilpers Running Facebook group. That's how we're going to communicate on the running group. You can find us on Instagram at Team Wilpers, and you can find me at J Harris Coaching if you want to interact and or have some questions. Okay. So the vision of this plan, summer training. So on the description, it was about being short and efficient. I've been coaching for over 4 years now with Team Wilpers, and what I always notice with my one-on-one clients in the come summertime is there's not a lot of time. We think we have time, but kids are home, vacations are happening, it's getting hot, so we don't have as much time to run in the middle of the day anymore, so a lot of things are happening all at once. And I find that the calendar is full and hectic and really not as continuous. So I see a lot of my one-on-one clients are readjusting to a lot of different things like the kids being home or whatever. So we want to set up this challenge to maximize having less time. So what that means is being really short, sweet. And when we're being short and sweet, it's about speed development, okay? So it's one thing when it's hot out and we're running really fast, it's conducive to that, all right? To a certain degree, all right? If we're running long and long durations of really pushing, it gets really challenging. But for kind of VO2 max-ish stuff that we're going to be doing, it presents a unique opportunity to be prepared for it. So, so it's short, sweet, and speed. That's the theme here. All right. So we're going to be focusing kind of more on 5K work and approaching a 5K. In the summer, there's more 5Ks and 10Ks here versus what other times of the year presents. Okay. Now, for my marathoners or ultra runners, and it's like, oh, this plan's not for me. Yep, I'm sorry, it is for you. So all of us at Team Wilpers are constantly working with our one-on-one clients to develop speed. All right, I kind of say speed kills. All right, so we see it in the Olympics all the time. Someone's good at the 1500, and then as they're starting to get less competitive there, they move up to the 5K, and all of a sudden they're really competitive. And then after a bunch of years, then they're less competitive. Then they move up to the marathon, and then they're super competitive. Kipchoge is a great example of this, right? So speed is what kills, and speed is the hardest to develop. It takes the longest to develop, and it's the first to disappear when we detrain and lose some fitness. So it's something that we constantly want to be working on is speed. And what do we mean by speed? Well, speed for an endurance runner is a little bit different than speed for a sprinter. I've worked with sprinters, but the concept, all right, so there's many methods, but the principles are the same. So we want to be going faster than the races that we're going to be running for. So when I used to coach the 400 and coach the national champion Division III for that, we would do the 8 for a little bit longer stuff, and we'd race the 2 and 1 some for faster stuff. So this is a perfect opportunity. Sign up for a July 4th firecracker run or something like that. Or maybe there's a local series. We have one, a trail running race that has races from, 4 miles to 8 miles, just something a little different, a little fun. all right, to get you through the summer. And as we say, summer miles make fall smiles. So if you have goals for the fall, and those are your big goals of the year, which happens to many of us, right? You really need to be tuning up to speed at this point in time. For my clients that are doing Chicago or Berlin, the first 4 weeks is really about speed development. And I always get, I need the miles. Yeah, the miles will come. And if we get faster now, the miles we'll do later will be more efficient and at higher velocities, and we'll get more exposure to things from there. So that is kind of our planned vision, all right? So dealing with hectic schedules, vacations, and heat and humidity, the answer is speed. Now, let's get to the structure, because that does not mean speed all the time, every session, as fast as you can go. Don't do it. If you've been around the block with me one time, you know less is more, and being smarter, all right? Training smarter, not harder. It's one of Matt's big philosophies. So we're going to go 8 weeks, all right? So you have options to do 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days, okay? You also have an option to choose your paces, all right, and the difficulty level. So it's not just paces, all right. For the more difficult version, there are opportunities to do a little bit more, all right. And there is a walk jog option like we had last time, okay. To get those more tuned to you, you have to join All Access, $10 a month. You have access to strength training plans, marathon training plans, and the ability to toggle between difficulty levels. And some people mix between them. I mean, it's like 33 cents a day for, it's ridiculously a great deal, and it's still in beta pricing. So get it while it lasts, okay? So essentially for 8 weeks, we're gonna have 2 4-week blocks. So week 1, we're gonna introduce a concept. Week 2, we're gonna repeat it. Week 3, we're gonna up things a little bit more. And then week 4, we're going to unload volume so that we absorb what we're doing. Again, train smarter, not harder. All right. Just because you can do more does not mean you should do more. Okay. I want to make this very clear. People start, message me or whatever, and oh, great session, and you do extra intervals. No, don't do it. It's not beneficial to you. All right. Go through the plan, and this way we can ensure you are absorbing what you're doing, okay? So yeah, I can go run 40 miles a week right now, 60 miles a week. Yeah, sure, but my body's not gonna absorb it all. And after, 4 to 6 weeks, my body's gonna start breaking down. That I didn't absorb it, right? And people wonder why they're getting hurt, injured, or underperforming. So how we're gonna do this through the 8 weeks, again, block 1, we're gonna go week 1, 2, 3, building up. And then week 4, we'll back off. Then block 2, we'll introduce new concepts a little bit on the same theme, all right? And then we'll build those up through third week, being the biggest week and the most amount of volume. Again, it's not big volume, all right? We're not doing big long runs. We're not doing big volume because it's about speed. So I'd rather you a little bit fresher so you have the capacity to go faster, all right? If a Ferrari's driving at 100 miles on the highway, it has a ton of capacity to rev the engine and go. A Prius, the bolts are rattling. So we want to be more Lamborghini in this build, less Ferrari. We don't have to go all the time, rev the engine every run. Don't do it, okay? So week 1, the structure is going to be throughout all the weeks. Day 1, Monday, is going to be VO2 max, okay? VO2 max, velocity of oxygen maximal uptake. The V is important. Velocity, all right? We're going to haul some booty. We're going to go. We're going to have some fun, right? So that is a place I don't want you to do more reps. I'd rather you go a little faster. Be cautious. You can pull a hamstring if you're overstriding, different things, right? But instead of more intervals, let's go faster. Let's rev the engine a bit, all right? VO2 max is about increasing horsepower in the engine. Good stuff, all right? Tuesday, if you select to do the strength training program, which I highly recommend. All right, we wrote a new plan for this specific speed build with Ava Fagan, our coach, one of our 2 strength coaches, and she wrote a great plan to tie into what we're doing so we make sure there's not too much fatigue. So that is also $10 a month, all access to get the strength thing. Again, 33 cents a day. You're getting all these benefits. Don't want to sell it. It's crazy if you don't do it. All right, so Tuesday, strength. Wednesday, threshold. All right, that's the theme. All right. All right, and I'll get to what week 1 is looking like. All right, Thursday, aerobic run plus striders. All right, if you choose the 5-day option, then there's also strength on that day. Friday is our off day. Off, nilch, nada. That's where you absorb. You soak up everything you did. Come on, give yourself a break. All right, don't do more. More's not better. That's you. That's a you problem. Sit still if you want to perform. Don't wonder why you're not performing if you don't give yourself a break. Heard? Cool. All right. And then Saturday is our long run, and Sunday is our easy recovery run. Okay, which could be subbed out with a bike. I don't have that there, but that's something you can do. All right. So week 1. All right, VO2 max speed play. We did it last build. It's minute on, minute offs. All right, work into the intervals, tune it up, but you should get faster and faster a little bit. That's totally okay. Explore, be curious, but you should always be running strong but in control or smooth. If you're not doing it, you're not doing the plan. All right, if you're struggling all over the place, nose, belly button, you cross that center line, no bueno. All right, cheek to butt cheek, cheek to cheek, relaxed face, chin tucked down, up nice and tall. It's like a marionette puppet. Someone's got 2 strings up here. We're lifting you up nice and tall. All right, there we go. Don't be rigid like a robot. Just flow and flex. Don't cross the center line. Okay, so speed play. All right, and that will progressively build throughout the time of the training plan. All right, over unders for Wednesday. What the heck are those? Okay, so over-unders are kind of like, they end up being more about tempo. And so what you're going to do is you're going to run easy, and then for a block, you're going to go run a little at threshold pace, and then kind of at marathon pace, and you're going to oscillate in and out of that for several minutes, all right? And the purpose of this is to kind of microdose in a little threshold work without it being too hard. This is a place where faster is not better. You're going to move yourself out of the zone and do another VO2 max workout. We don't want to touch that, okay? Anytime you're doing threshold, think like you preheated the oven. That's all the intervals, that's all the warm up and everything. And then when you're doing the interval, you're putting the chocolate chip cookies in a bake. Don't turn up the heat and jack it up. You're going to have really rock hard cookies. They're not going to be good. Don't keep checking and slowing way down and opening up the thing. You'll reduce the heat. We just want to put it in there, simmer with it, bake it out, feel it, all right, and be fine with it, all right? It's not something that you're going to feel like you're doing a ton, but it should be fun. It's super fun on a treadmill, oscillating in and out. Outside, it's a little bit more challenging and difficult depending on the course, the wind, but give yourself a little grace. I'd rather you notch down a little bit slower, enjoy it, and it's more about the oscillation. At the end of the day, it should feel like a, good, strong aerobic run, and that's pretty much what it is, all right? You should be able to talk. So you should be a little breathy, like, okay, Justin, keep it up, nice and smooth. Here we go. If you're like, okay, Justin, okay, great. Way too hard. Lactate production and respiratory rate are 1-to-1 correlated. So you don't want to be breathing too heavy there. Okay. All right. Thursdays, if you're choosing more than 3-day option, the Striders, again, strong and smooth, getting a little touch on speed. They're great, but don't run fast on that day. Long run. So we're doing a same progressive long run we did. So really the first little bit, our brakes should be on about halfway through the run, a little bit, and then we're letting go for the next quarter, and then the last quarter we're just applying a little gas to kind of flow and find our rhythm on the long run. We're not trying to run a set pace. It's more about feel and flow. All right. And Sundays are easy recovery run for those 5-day a week. All right. So the key thing here is every time you finish a session, check the box, okay? So check the box that shows us that you do it. And for all those who are doing the challenges for the stars, we need to see that you're doing it all. So with that said, the challenge here, the summer run challenge for 2025 is about being short, sweet, and speed. When I coached sprinters and really worked on speed development, the key thing there was to make sure we had big recoveries. And this is something that a lot of my even sprinters that came from programs that weren't used to it. They weren't used to sprinting 10 meters up a hill and then resting for a minute. They're like, I'm not getting anything out of this. So walk the recoveries. It's about velocity. I'm like, I need you to put down for 10 meters all the effort you can put in, and we're going to do this like 20, 30 times, right? And I need you to be able to repeat it to develop that quality. Now, with minute on, minute offs for speed play, you can't crush it, all right? But you need to be in control. Work on your technique form, all right? Have a good time, enjoy it. Walk the recoveries. You don't get a gold sticker or a medal for jogging the recoveries. Just walk them, all right? Because that's going to allow your heart rate really to drop down so that you can hit it on the next interval, all right? And I don't want more. I want higher quality, all right? But I don't want such high quality that you hurt yourself. So you got to listen to your body a little bit. All right. So short, sweet, and speed. Have fun, enjoy it. Engage on our Team Wilpers running Facebook group so that you can have other peers helping you, just talking about what you're doing. And myself and some of the other coaches will be there to answer some of your questions. All right. So this is where the part of the show where I check in with people. Yeah, Dana, once you find us, you can never go back. I see that. Hi, Lisa. What's up, Esther? Christy, this thing is on. Yes, we're on. We're live. All right. Yeah, Dana, stick to workouts of prize, but we can keep our long runs longer for those of us with early halves. Yep. Yeah. So that's where, if you're really trying to adhere to the plan, but you're doing a half, you can. The aerobic sessions are where I would explore doing a little bit more if you're trying to make this a hybrid plan with something else, and certainly the long run. But the speed days don't need to be much more than this. I mean, my one-on-one clients, when I'm coaching them for marathons, I'm not doing a lot more than what I'm giving people in this plan. So we're not too far off there. Okay. But again, this plan's written a little bit more for people to get through the summer and focusing on speed. And you can only hit speed if you're fresh. All right. This idea of burn, repeated sprintability or gassers at the end, you're just working on kind of repeated sprintability and whatever, it's not pure speed. You need big recovery. All right. So yeah, over unders. Amy, thank you. It's my birthday. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, everyone. Yes, my birthday. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna have some pizza. I got people waiting for me, a pool party and a little champagne. So anyway, everyone, thank you very much. Engage, comments here on YouTube, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at Team Wilpers, me at J Harris Coaching, and then on Facebook, J Harris Coaching, Team Wilpers, and Team Wilpers Run Group. All right, so just remember to also, do I really have to do 20? Okay, yeah, sorry. I forgot the biggest thing, the 20-minute test. No, if you have your paces and you're good, you don't need to do the 20-minute test. Just do the VO2 max session, all right? And but if you don't have accurate paces or whatever, you can be organic with it. But if you haven't done it in 2 months, it doesn't hurt to do. Well, it hurts to do, but it would benefit you from having to have accurate paces. And in the future, I'll talk about kind of running in the heat and how that influences and affects us now that we're really in it. In the spring plan, I kind of gave a little sprinkle of those kind of tips, tricks, and how it influences us. So, all right, everyone. All right, you guys have a good one. And thank you for the birthday wishes. I'll see you all next week, which is the 4th of July. We're going to figure that out. All right, later.